What's up, and welcome back to the Mainly Sports Podcast. We are just another podcast, two guys mainly talking about sports. And I think we finally got the intro relatively correct this time. I like it. I'm Matt, back here with my co-host John. How we doing tonight?
We are doing good over here, man. First episode in 2026. You know what I mean?
I know, 2026. We are here. First episode of the year. Hopefully, we can take a little momentum we got from 2025. We can keep building off that. As always, we are brought to you by the Boston Sports Entertainment Network. Once again, shout out to everyone over there helping us make this dream a reality for us. And yeah, it's been a while, man. Not only is it the first pod of 2026, it's the first pod in about a month, I think.
Damn.
We took that, I guess you can say, a break, from that one Monday, but we did the live stream. That was a lot of fun. Big shout out and thank you to anyone who might have popped in then. I had a lot of fun with that. Hopefully we can do some more of those this year.
Yeah, that was lit. I loved doing that, actually. We should 100% do that again at some point.
I also want to apologize to you and any of our listeners if you hear me sniffling, because I'm not sick, but I'm feeling a little something.
Were you sick at all, like this past month or November at all?
No, I think it's really just been in North Carolina. It can't make up its mind what the weather's going to be. One day, like literally 1 week, it was 60, and then like we didn't get above like 35 for like a week. And then it's just back up to 50. So, like, I think just that up and down constant is just, like, really messing with me. And then, of course, we were in Boston with you guys and for a week. And I think the highest got up to, like, 25 around that week. And
it's been so
my body's just going through it. I had to take Mucinex last night. And we're getting through it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I hope everyone had a great Christmas, great New Year's. Like I just said, me and Mary were up in Boston visiting John and the rest of your family, and we had a great time. Too bad we didn't get to do a pod, but that was a great visit.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just a busy time, man. Like those last couple of weeks we had a lot going on, and it was a lot of like. Hey, you want to say anything? Want to come say New Year's to Matt? You know, my dad just popped in here.
In the world.
Number 38. Yeah.
What's up?
I know you can't hear him, but
you can't even hear me.
No, you're totally fine. We just started.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. Matt, thanks for coming in today. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
He said no problem. Thanks for having me.
Take care of Mary.
I will.
Take care of Mary.
Yeah.
Mary just cook some better food. She actually got pretty good.
She did. That dinner looked pretty good the other night.
I think she's gonna cook dinner after. You're gonna eat.
Oh, look good.
Yeah.
How long you got here?
Probably like an hour and a half, maybe.
From now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can eat, Sorry about that.
Live TV.
It's cool.
So
yeah,
awesome.
my dad, it was a good time having you guys over, and it's always nice to see you guys. We had some good laughs, watched some sports. Of course we did. And
big spread. I came in, I thought we were gonna do a pod the day after Christmas for the heck of it, do like one together. So I started looking at rewatching all the games, taking notes, and that was a big spread for NBA and NFL that day. It's kind of way past us. I don't really feel like getting into it. I feel like
I know
what's going on at this point, but
yeah,
it's nice. It's always nice to get a nice spread like that, especially I think we talked about it, but to me, NBA or Christmas is NBA Day,
Yeah.
not NFL.
No.
And also, like, there's something about I don't care if it's the 12 o'clock. I don't really like the 8 o'clock games, but like that 12 to 5 time, just something about like you're done wrapping gifts. It's cold out. Maybe you got some snow on the ground, and just watching little Celtics or watching any kind of team, and I love it. But and also
Not
the NFL does. They were on Netflix.
no, dude. Like that's so weird to me, man. And NBA is definitely Christmas, bro. Like it was weird. I wish we had the Celtics on Christmas. It would have been nice with you there. But
Mhm.
no Tatum, I feel like made them decide, all right, Celtics
Yeah.
aren't worthy of being on Christmas because everyone thought we were gonna be kind of trash this year, and that is just not the case. So they look dumb,
Mhm.
but it's cool to have other teams, I guess, have a nice little Christmas. They can watch it. We'll be back next year, 100%. So it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's cool.
Oh yeah. Well, one last thing on that. Like NBA, they can have Christmas. NFL can have Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
That's their day. So
yeah.
no one's getting in
Turkey.
the way of that. So they
Yeah,
can have their thing. We'll take
share the
NBA
love.
on Christmas. I want MLB to get like. I mean, they kind
Yeah,
of
do
really
they have
are,
a
but
do
like I
they
want
do
it
they
to
have a
be.
day?
I want it to be like officially like 4th of July.
Mm,
Like pretty much I'm pretty sure every team does play, and like they kind of some years they have special jerseys, but it's mostly just they have a hat. Um, I think it'd be cool if they put more emphasis on that because, like, I mean, baseball is such a long season, so at the end of the day, it's just like another game. But
I'm surprised they don't like use that to their advantage. There's no other sports on. It is like such an American holiday. It's such an American sport. Like that should 1000% be like a huge
I know,
MLB day.
I know. I think it's just like a lack of. There's definitely an audience for it. Like, don't get me wrong, but I think it's like a lack of national attention. At least in years prior, it's definitely on the come up again. Oh, geez, Clementine and Walter are playing, so hopefully you can't hear that.
No, I don't think I heard anything.
Anyway, so yeah, we had a.
No, go
Oh yeah,
ahead.
go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say like, why is MLB like come back up? Because even me personally, I don't know what flipped in my head or like what like switched, but like baseball became so much more interesting to me literally in this past year compared to like the previous like 6 years. I did not tune in. Like I tune into the World Series kind of always, but like I don't know what happened. I mean, I know that like me and you kind of started talking about the Red Sox, and I just started, I got more interested into it. But I feel like a lot of people are kind of tuning more into baseball, especially after this last World Series was like so crazy.
Yeah, I think definitely one of it goes back a couple years how they're on they got the pitch clock now, so the
Yeah.
game's quicker, and I think that drew a lot of people away. Because I mean, I love baseball more than anyone, and I fully understand the flaws and why people don't like it. And a lot of it was that long season or the long games. I mean, they're taking 3.5, 4 hours long. So I think that's definitely some of it. You're having these people sign larger than life contracts, like Shohei Otani and Juan Soto are both locked up for over $700 million. Like,
Yeah.
it's just absurd. Not to mention the whole other juggernaut team on the Dodgers as a whole. Like they've gone back to back now. I think it's more so people are. It's almost like they're definitely kind of like the Patriots in their heyday. How like people are tuning in to like love to see these guys lose. Or we're
Mm,
rooting for everyone, but then at the same time, as a baseball fan, I'm seeing both sides. I'm like these. This is like one of the best teams you will ever see in your lifetime, and like
mm,
I'm part of me definitely wants to see them lose, obviously, because they're the best, but also at the same time, like, how far can these guys go? like,
yeah.
so I think that those are two big reasons why I think there's a lot of young talent coming up in the system or across the system, every team's systems. Like for example, Red Sox, we saw 6 or
Don't
6
say
to
it.
8 6 to 8 top prospects this year, and like we have people like Roman Anthony, Marcelo Meyer, and Christian Campbell, like all well Marcelo's not locked up yet, but people like that, like where they're here. They're here, and Red Sox fans that are truly tuned in have been waiting for these people for 3-4 years now. And like even last year, everyone was like, just bring them up. We suck. Like, let's just see what they got. And they finally did this year. And they were everything we hoped for. It just like both of them got injured. All three of them got injured at some points in the year. But also at the same time, they're just 20, 21, 22, whatever they are. And yeah, a lot, especially as a Red Sox fan, there's a lot to be hopeful right now, a lot to be excited for. That being said, it has been kind of a slow offseason for them because we were talking about it before the pod, and a lot of people probably already know Alex Bregman opted out of his contract after the season, kind of testing the free agency waters. For a while, it kind of seemed like no big deal. It was kind of mutual that both teams, or both Bregman side and the Red Sox side wanted a return. And or as his agent Scott Boras said, nobody wants a Brexit.
So, a Brexit?
Yeah. Dude, his agent is a cornball. But like at the same time, I don't blame. He's pushing hit. He's a snake, man. He's a shark. He goes out and he's pushing these deals for his players to get the most bang for their buck. So I don't blame him. But yeah, so
he played one season. He just played this past season with the Red Sox. And
yeah,
how old is Alex Bregman? Do you know?
He's either 32 or 33.
So he's like kind of, in his prime still, but he's like he's getting older. When do baseball players really? Is it kind of the same as like basketball and football, where it's like once they hit their like mid-30s, it's kind of like
Yeah, well, one thing that baseball players have that football and basketball can say they don't is it's not as physical. And I mean, it's a long season.
Right.
It is very demanding on your body one way or another. But you're not getting pounded. You're not getting hit all day by like 200-pound linemen or 300-pound linebackers and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, but now for some reason we're in this day and age of these new fans and new era of baseball that, like I said, there's so many young people coming up that it's like once you get to like 25, like that's your prime, and then some people are seen as like once you hit 30, like you're out of your prime, which I don't believe it. I think prime can be anywhere from 25 to 35, well, younger if they're really that good. But
yeah,
I think 35 is definitely where you see a little letdown. But like, I mean, yeah, there's no reason for people to be scared of a 32-year-old, 33-year-old, whatever it is. I mean, he was the unsung captain of this year, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinions. The amount of times we saw the camera pan in on him in the dugout, and you see him talking to these people like Roman Anthony, Marcelo Meyer, all these young guys that like, and actually I'm in the middle of actually writing an article about it right now about this exact argument. Yeah. And I forget, it's on my other computer, but the playoff team, the starting lineup that the Red Sox rolled out in New York last year in Game 1 of the playoffs, everyone besides Bregman had a total of 5 playoff appearances played, 5 playoff games played. And all 5 of those came from the same guy, Trevor Story, and that was in 2018. So
damn.
Everyone else, yeah, they're young, but there's a couple older guys, but not really. There's no playoff experience on his team. Bregman is sorry, Clementine's running around. Bregman is a 2-time World Series champion. He's been there 4 times. He has after this season now, he has 102 playoff games under his belt. So like he's a guy that you want there that has been there, done that. I mean, like and I got to interview. I had the great opportunity to interview Peyton Tolley, one of the another star prospect that made his debut this year.
Super dope, by the
made a
way,
good-
that you did that. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, go. Anyone listening, go listen, read the article. It's still pinned on my Twitter. Yeah, that was an awesome experience. But everyone had kind of been saying this already, but it was cool to hear it from him that, like, yeah, we got there, and that's cool. We kind of got that experience just seeing it, but now we want more, so that's good. Like, and maybe that's all they need is just a bunch of young guys being like, let's just fucking go out there, and we have heart and soul. Let's just fucking win this thing. The power of friendship.
Yeah.
And but at the end of the day, in my opinion, you need someone like Bregman who's been there, done that, plays a valuable position, third base. He can be a DH, second base, whatever. So yeah,
he's fun to watch, dude. Like I feel like he was obviously part of like our, I guess, big three on our team, which is like which I thought was like Duran, him, and Roman, and like just seeing those three, like I was just like, all right, I love this right now. Like and every team that wants to do something, meaning go win a championship, every team needs that older player that can just stay cool and keep them cool. Like we needed Al Horford, on the Celtics. Like the Patriots always had Tom Brady, like, which is interesting going into this season, into the playoffs with the Patriots, because it's nice that we have Diggs, like, to be that guy, like with such a young team. And what's wild to me with Bregman is like, I feel like for him, if you only have like a few years left, I get like testing the market and all that, but I really hope he stays, because in my opinion, I'm like, dude, like you are the older guy on the team. You have all this young talent. Like, wouldn't you want to just commit on like the last part of your career to like such a great franchise and like Fenway Park and be that guy for this team to like, like I don't know. I feel like a lot of athletes kind of, I don't know. We'll see what he does, but I really hope he stays.
Well, first off, I just want to say Clementine is eating, so if you hear a bowl and munching, I'm sorry, everybody. She's going crazy right now. But no, that's literally like everyone is beating that into the ground this offseason. Like, but it also comes down to the Red Sox. Like, are you gonna put the money on the table, put your nuts on the table, and fork over this money? Because Bregman deserves money, man. I mean, so I don't blame him. But he said it, or at least his camp has said it himself. Like, he's looking for that. He is looking for that last contract right now. Like he had his tenure in Houston, won a couple of championships. He thought he could come here to Boston, and he did. He exceeded, and he opted out, and now he's like, I feel like I want to get that 4 to 5 year contract, be with this team, and take them to the next level while I'm here, and I want to end my career. He's pretty much said he's going to end. He wants to end his career wherever he signs his next deal. So
I see.
I think a lot of people like-minded. We all hope it's Boston. I really enjoyed having him, but we shall see. That's the fun of the baseball offseason. I know we were just saying like how it's annoying how baseball offseason, there's no limit on it. Like last year, whenever Bregman was being floated around, it was kind of the same thing going on right now. But he didn't sign until like the first week in February. And like spring training started like the next week. So a lot of people thought it should have been done by now. Like we already had him. Like just fork over some more money and get it done, move on to other things that you need this offseason. But it's just they're kind of dragging their feet with it. It will be all right. But yeah, that was a nice little MLB talk. I've been dying to talk about MLB, as you can probably tell, but like I know we have so much going on with like NFL and NBA stuff, and like I said, MLB offseason. There's either going to be a lot going on and exciting stuff, or how we are right now, kind of waiting for things to play out.
Well, I know you're an MLB you're an MLB guy, and I haven't been, but this is the most interested I have been about the MLB. So it's like I'm excited going. Like this is peak time for sports for me. Is NFL playoffs, like NBA is
Yeah.
on. Hockey, I kind of fell off watching, but I will still always tune into like the playoffs and the Bruins every once in a while. But I'm this going into the summer, like I'm so into the Red Sox. So I'm like, it's good. Like I would love for you to just talk about it because like I feel like you got me into it, honestly. Like you talking about it like made me be like, oh no, this is actually pretty dope. And like the faster pitch count, I think is fire. I think that was a good move that they did that. Cause I mean, attention spans are just getting smaller, but like it's cool. Like I like that aspect. It doesn't, it's almost like a shot clock. It's a shot clock. Like it's cool. I don't know. But yeah. We'll definitely talk about it more eventually. Like I'm always interested in it. So but yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to keep my mic muted a little longer because Clementine was drinking. Anyway, this is a big week. This is a big week. The NFL season has come and gone in a blink of an eye, man. We were watching the Patriots game last night, me and Mary, and we were just saying like it feels like last week we were like rolling up. There's a Patriots bar literally down the street from us, and we were like, it feels like last week we were rolling in there week one because it just so happens that we found this it's literally like a diehard Boston bar, and it's literally like 5 minutes from us, not even. And so we were like, I have no idea what we're getting into. We went there for game one. We've only been there a couple times, but it was awesome. How fast that season went, how exciting of a season it was. Yeah, the playoffs are here.
Oh my God, I'm so hyped, bro. You know why I'm hyped? Because the last time the Patriots were in the playoffs was with Mac Jones going into Buffalo, and everyone knew we were going to lose. Like I was like, oh my God, dope. We made the playoffs. We get to watch a playoff game, but I knew we were going to lose that game. Like there was no shot in my mind that we were winning that game. And that sucks. And what happened? We got blown out, bro. It was like 40-10 or something. Like it was bad, bro. Like
it was a classic case of like we shouldn't have had a seat at the table kind of thing. And then also before that in 2019, like you kind of knew that was it with Brady.
Right. So it's been some time.
And then Mike Vrabel taking us out. And
I know.
How many times we're gonna fucking hear that this weekend? So.
I know, bro. I know. They really be like yapping about the same stories all the time. Like
no, yeah.
But whatever.
Anyway, I thought it'd be pretty fun here if we just go take a look at each wild card matchup, starting with the NFC. We can go chronologically. Do you want to start AFC or NFC?
Let's do NFC first.
Okay.
NFC first.
All right. So game one, the first game of these NFL playoffs. These are going to be 4:30 p.m. on this Saturday, January 10th, when the number 5 Los Angeles Rams are heading into my Carolina Panthers, number 4 seed, 8-9, baby. What you know about a losing record division champs?
Man.
Oh, man.
Sadly, bro, there's nothing really to talk about with this game, bro. They might get destroyed, bro. I'm not going to lie to you.
Obviously, stakes are up and more. You get more hype in the playoffs, but the Rams were just here a couple weeks ago and they lost 31-28. So, no, it's either going to be Panthers win by somehow by 3 again, or it's going to be 40-7. Like I don't.
The way I'm feeling right now, I personally think it's about to be 40-14.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
I'm feeling. Damn.
I mean,
well, you never know. You really don't know. That's the best part. That's why I love football so damn much. But looking at that game, I'm like, there's just no way, bro.
Yeah, ESPN's given the Rams a 74% chance to win. They have Matt Stafford, who is the front runner for MVP alongside Drake May. Like, hopefully, I'd love to see Stafford go out there and just dominate, get another one for him. But maybe little Bryce young quarterback got something to say. Rico Dowdle, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. Yeah, I mean, and McMillan, dude, he's nice, bro. Like he's a good receiver. So I don't know.
It's just never a good sign. And I mean, like playoffs are play. It's a new season, like they say. Like it's a fresh start, whatever. Anything can happen. But it's never good to look at the stand-ins or the matchups, whatever, and see an 8-9 team hosting the playoffs.
Yeah.
And not only are they hosting, but the fact that they've lost to the Bucks and then had to get bailed out by the Falcons beating the Saints the day after, like it just feels weird. I mean, like it's exciting for the Panthers, first time since 2015. But yeah.
This feels like that Patriots-Bills game. That's how I feel about it. It feels like it's awesome they got into the playoff. It really is cool. But I mean, I feel like, honestly, it's more of a Bucks meltdown than it is like, I mean, the Panthers won, 8 games you said? Like, kudos. They pulled together some wins that they should definitely be proud of this season. I know a lot of Panthers fans are definitely happy about it. But I really like the fact that the Bucks lost 7 of their last 9 games or something. Like they were
the Bucks. The Bucks handed it to them. I remember whenever the season started, I remember texting you the Bucks game because it was like week 2, and I was like, we just got to make it through the stretch, and then we'll play the Bucks, and then we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course, obviously the Patriots go on that it was like 4 or 5 at that point before they played the Bucks.
Yeah.
And even in just that short amount of time, the Bucks were not the same team that I was looking forward to playing. I mean, it was an all right matchup, but I think I can't remember what the score of that game was, but it wasn't necessarily a close game. So, Bucks definitely handed this one. Is it more of a – actually, I'm not even going to ask that question because the Panthers are really not that good either. I was going to ask, is it more of a Panthers – win or a Bucks loss,
Bucks loss.
I mean, it's 100%. I mean, there's no, let's make some predictions. Unless you got anything else you want to add, I feel like this is kind of cut and dry. What do you want to? Which way do you want to sway here?
I'm a really big quarterback person when it comes to the playoffs, and it's because. What I'm thinking about right now was, I believe it was last season, or was it? I think it was it last season? It was, or 2 seasons ago. The Vikings were, I think, the 1st or 2nd seed, and they played
that was last
Giants.
year because they had Sam Darnold,
and then they played the Giants and they lost to the Giants. Right?
I don't remember all that.
I'm pretty sure because I'm. Oh wait, maybe not the Giant. No, hold on. I might be tripping because it was Daniel Jones. I saw Daniel Jones cook. Daniel Jones was cooking in the playoffs, and I want to say it was Sam Darnold on the Vikings, and I'm pretty sure. I should have fact checked this, but seeing that, it was damn, if the Vikings had a more legit quarterback, they would 1000% win this game. And I don't know. So that's kind of my mindset going into this whole predictions right now is I'm very who's the quarterback? And the fact that the Rams have Matthew Stafford, for me, guarantees that they're going to win this game. So that's my prediction.
Yeah. I mean, he's also coming off a 4-touchdown game against who they play. The Cardinals. I mean, it's the Cardinals. Say what you want about it, but 4 touchdowns is pretty impressive. I mean, we were shitting our pants about Drake May against the Jets. So
yeah, I know.
So you got
Drake May threw for 17 for 19, 250 yards and 5 tutties, and left in the third quarter.
Yeah. So you got the Rams.
Yeah.
I got printed out some brackets. I got two, so I'm gonna write in the Rams here for you.
Should we do scores as
Oh.
well? 100% we should do scores too.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. What you got?
I'm gonna say this game's like I'm feeling like a 35-14 for this one. Maybe 14. I don't even know if they're gonna do that, bro. I'm sorry.
35.
Like it'll be a blowout.
All right.
You?
I'm gonna flip over to my bracket here. I think everything you said about the Rams is valid. It is a valid take to take the Rams. Why not?
Yeah.
But with that being said, I cannot go against
There's
my
no way.
Carolina Panthers, baby.
Bro.
I am riding them all the way unless they play the Seahawks the next round, then I'm out. But I'm just kidding. I am going to take the Panthers here. I'm smelling an upset in the bank this weekend.
Wow.
I think the place is going to be rocking. They got it. The city's buzzing here, man. The
Dude,
city's buzzing.
Wow. Okay, man. Okay, no.
I'm circling. I've circled the Panthers.
Wow. Okay, see that's like what I'm trying not to do with the Patriots. Like I'm gonna want to pick the Patriots every time, but
no, yeah.
Go ahead.
For the record, everybody, I'm obviously a way more Patriots fan, but living in Charlotte, it's so nice to have the Panthers not be ass. So it's just fun. It's just so fun to root for them, you know.
No, I get it.
All right, so they beat. What was the score? That it was 31-28 in that meltdown a couple weeks ago. First game of the playoffs is either going to be a really just from an NFL perspective, this is either going to be like game of the year or like horrible. I'm feeling. What'd you have? You said 35-14.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 17-13 Panthers. And that's how the cookie crumbles.
All right. This is going to be so funny to listen back to after this weekend.
No, I know. But I'm the same way, because I do that whenever I fill out March Madness brackets or we'll do MLB, NBA, NFL, ESPN brackets for playoffs. But obviously I'm gonna pick my team, but deep down I'm I don't know if they can low-key do that. But
I know.
So low-key I think the Patriots might be in the Super Bowl depending on how this bracket's about. Are we gonna do the whole you wanna do the whole thing?
Whole thing,
Okay.
Man. Whole thing.
Okay. All right, I like it. All right. Let's go chronologically by the NFC. So this is going to be the next game of the day. So the Saturday, 8:00 p.m. on Prime, because that is NFL Network now.
Yeah.
We got an NFC North rivalry. Number 7 Packers are heading in to Chicago to take on the number 2 Bears. This is, like I said, an NFC North rivalry. So obviously they met 2 times this year. Packers won 28-21 in the first matchup, and then the Bears won that fun one, 22-16 in Week 16. So I think they got a little lucky with that one, in my opinion. But
and they got an onside kick.
Yeah.
If you get an onside kick, come on, bro. That game was crazy.
This is one that I'm as the number 2 seed. I'm not sold on the Bears, but I don't know if I'm totally sold on the Packers winning again. You know what
I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be the toughest pick for me. This is a tough one, dude. This is a tough one.
Yeah. So, and ESPN has the Packers at 54% chance to win. Packers are 4-4-1. They have that fucking tie for whatever reason the NFL does. They are 4-4-1 on the road. The Bears are 6-2 at home. So if you want to take that into consideration. Also, if I didn't say it, in case you want to change your mind a little bit, the Panthers are 5-3 at home.
I'm not changing my mind on that game.
Would you like to
Jordan
go first?
Love has a record Jordan Love has a record of 1-2 in the playoffs in his career.
Is this
Is
Caleb
he
Williams'
playing?
first time?
It is.
Yeah,
It is Caleb Williams' first time in the playoffs.
that's what I thought.
You know what? I have been not sold on the Bears this entire goddamn season. And for some reason, they just win. They just win. And again, what I was saying earlier was I'm a big quarterback and I'm also a big head coach person. I love what Ben Johnson has done with this Bears team a lot. And the Packers head coach LaFleur and Jordan Love's, I feel like, you know what? I'm going with the Bears. I'm going with them. I just feel like they're gonna do it. You know, they've come this far, and I'm excited to see Caleb Williams play. And I just feel like the Packers have had a lot of inconsistent play. You know, Jordan Love's in, then what's his name? Who's the backup Packers quarterback?
I couldn't even tell you. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
It's what's his name? Because when he came in that game against the Bears, he looked pretty good.
Willis?
Yeah,
Malik Willis?
Malik Willis. He actually played like really good, but I just feel like the Bears kind of this season have just pulled off wins, and I feel like they're going to do it again. I feel like this is going to be a close game, but I feel like losing Micah Parsons for the Packers is a huge, huge, huge loss. And
do you think Adam Diggs does anything?
Not really, for me personally. I just feel like Caleb Williams, he's nice, bro. Like I've seen him play, and he's good. And I feel like he's going to rise to the occasion. I feel like he's not going to shy from it. And I feel like the Bears win ugly games for the most part. And I think they're just going to do it. I think I'm going to take the Bears this game. I can just kind of see it. That's how I see it.
I like it. I don't want to beat the old drum like you just did. I'm going to take the Bears as well. I think kind of like you said, they just kind of find a way to win these scrappy games. I'm kind of liking their home record. I don't know how confident I am in the Packers, especially with a defense that's kind of deflated a little bit. So I am also going to take the Bears. Would you like to give a score prediction?
I feel like these Bear games are also most of the time I've seen high scoring games. I'm gonna.
Do you want me to repeat the scores between them two?
Yeah.
All right. So week 14, the Packers won 28-21, and then in week 16, it was 22-16 Browns. Bears.
I think I'm gonna say it's gonna be like a Bears 31, Packers 24. Give me that. Yeah.
I like it. I was kind of leaning the high score as well. I won't chase you, but let's go 28. Let's go 28-20 Bears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can just see them winning it. You know, a lot of these new teams with these new head coaches and you know, Caleb Williams is like, you know, he was the first overall pick, and I feel like he's been doing good. And you know, with a good head coach that has a good offensive mind, he's done good. He has that locker room. I've seen the videos of that locker room. I feel like he's got them. I feel like they're more together for some reason than the Packers. Is just kind of how I feel about it. And they're home. I feel like them being home, honestly, is like huge. I feel like they're in Chicago. They're gonna just pull it off.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that kind of swayed my decision. I think whatever's going to happen is going to happen, but between these two teams, I think home field advantage is just very critical.
Yeah.
All right, so this takes us to the last NFC matchup in the first round of these
Mhm.
wild card round. This is going to be on Sunday at 4:30 on Fox. The 49ers at 12-5 are going in to Philadelphia to play the 11-6 Eagles. See, this, in my opinion, is going to be a great game, and this is also probably my toughest game to choose right here.
Yeah.
49ers are coming in at 7-2, playing away from San Francisco. Eagles are 5-3 at home. These guys haven't played each other this year, and Eagles are currently skated to win this game by 56%.
Yeah, you're right. This is tough, dude.
This one to me is the tricky one. I just think, for me, I think it's a case of a little more experience on the Eagle side, and obviously they just won it last year. Kind of like what we were just talking with the MLB. Like, these guys have kind of all been here. Obviously, they won it last year. I think that's. I feel, and they're at home. I feel like it's just going to be like a great. I don't know,
Atmosphere.
great showing. Yeah, great atmosphere. The fans are so passionate in Philly. And so now they finally have the playoffs back again. I think this team coming from last year is just going to pick things up and be like, hey, remember where we were last year? We got to get back up there. And this is game one. So I'm taking the Eagles. If you want to go ahead, I'll try to think of a score, but I'm going Eagles.
Going into this, you know what? I'm just gonna say it too. I'm also picking the Eagles. My reasoning is just, obviously experience. I've seen Jalen Hurts show up in the playoffs, and he has earned my respect. I know a lot of people, I don't know why he gets so much hate, and people like to kind of pick on Jalen Hurts, but in the regular season, he might not show out all the time. I feel like he knows that he doesn't really need to. Not saying like it's kind of like, why don't you then? But like they still win, and winning is the most important thing. And every playoff game I've seen Jalen Hurts, he's done, like, he's impressed me. So and they still have Saquon Barkley. I know the 49ers have Christian McCaffrey, but honestly, when I was dog sitting the last 4 nights, and they played on Saturday, and I was like, all right, let's watch. And granted, it was against the Seahawks, which they're insane. Their defense is crazy. But I saw the 49ers struggle hard at home against that Seahawks team. And you know what? With arrested Jalen Hurts and arrested Saquon, yeah, give me the Eagles, man. Give me the Eagles.
Have you thought of a score already, or do you want me to give mine? And
you can give yours.
All right. So I think, even though it kind of was a letdown for the 49ers, they only gave up 13 points last week. The Eagles gave up 24. I think it's going to be just a running game. I think this is it's definitely not underrated, but on hindsight here, we are getting 2 of the best running backs in the league going up in the first round, and it's Philadelphia too. So that place is going to be rocking.
Yeah.
I already said the Eagles. I think it's going to just be like a very big running game with a couple passes here and there. So with that being said, I think it's going to be 17-10 Eagles. A little less offensive scoring, but I think there's going to be I think Saquon's going to start it off with like a big 60-yard run. Or McCaffrey. Either way, someone's going to just blow it open at first, and then it's just going to be like, holy shit, this might be the game of the year. And then it's going to be like, oh wait, it's been like 3 quarters and we haven't seen a touchdown. So I'm going to go 17-10. Did I say 7? No, 17-10 Eagles.
Well, it's nice that you brought up the run game, because Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet, however you ever say his name, they had their way kind of against that 49ers defense. And I don't see why Saquon can't do it. And I agree it's going to be And I feel like Christian McCaffrey's he's gonna have a bounce back game. He really didn't do anything against that Seahawks defense. Is crazy, but
Yeah.
I can see a run game with a few, AJ Brown catches here, Devontae Smith. I'm gonna say it's, but I feel like it's gonna be close, man. This is gonna be a close game, though. It really is. But I see like I'm gonna go 23 Eagles, 20 49ers. That's how I'm feeling.
I like that. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling like it's going to be like a touchdown to field goal to touchdown kind of lead.
Yeah, for sure.
You said 23-20?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So before we jump over to have you been writing this down yourself? I feel bad that I'm writing this down.
No.
Okay.
But I'm I'm gonna write it down later and tape it in my living room because my mom loves when I do that, so I'm gonna do that. But
so
I'm gonna need the scores though.
Yeah. No, I'll send you a picture of all this. I'm just trying to jump it out because it's tricky how instead of just like the Panthers or Rams playing the Seahawks play the lowest remaining seed, which for you is going to be the Rams. Got the 5 seed.
Yeah.
So you have the Rams against the Seahawks, and then the Bears and Packers would be at the bottom of the bracket. I mean, Bears and Eagles.
Damn.
Do you want to jump to AFC and go one step at a time, or do you want to fill out the whole NFC and then jump back over? I'm cool. I'm cool with either.
I know, me too. I think we should let's keep going with the NFC until we get a Super Bowl. Into a team in the Super Bowl.
Oh wait, let me do mine. I didn't even do mine. Mine would be the same thing, but the Panthers, Seahawks. Ooh, that's nice. And then Eagles, Bears.
Yeah, I don't know why I feel like the Bears are just gonna like win. I don't know what's going on. This is so weird.
I know it's like we've kind of counted them out all year, and then like
all year
it's like why not actually? Let's start on that matchup then, since we just touched on it, and at least we both have the same thing there.
Yeah.
So Eagles and Bears. Now this is where I might need you to step in because all my notes are just on the matchups that we actually have. I don't know anything about. Well, I do, but Eagles and Bears. This would be at Chicago, by the way.
Yeah.
So, what do you think those Philadelphia Eagles could bring to the table?
Usually when I do these, it's like it's more my gut. Oh my god, man, that's tough. Because the Eagles are just, for the last couple of years, they've just won games. Like they're just that team that kind of just knows how to win. But I feel like the Bears have entered that, like, they're kind of a wild card team because we haven't seen them in the playoffs yet. And I'm a big, Ben Johnson dude. And you have a young quarterback that is dynamic that can just maybe show out in the playoffs. I just feel like Caleb Williams is like kind of that type of player. And this feels like a very out with the old, in with the new playoff picture from the last like 5-6 years. And dude, I think the Bears are going to go to the NFC Championship game.
All right.
So weird. Oh, that's just what my gut's saying. I'm gonna go with
I like it. I maybe I should have said this before, but the Bears did beat the Eagles 24-15 back in November. So
I'm telling you, man.
Do you want to give a score there?
I feel like it's going to be 27-24. I feel like that's a close game. I feel like the Eagles are not going to get blown out in the playoffs at all. and I just feel like the Bears are gonna pull it off somehow. I don't. Maybe I'm banking too much on the Bears, but like for some reason, it's just like I don't know. Like I've never really cared about the Bears like that, but I'm telling you, I'm a big head coach and quarterback person, and like not saying the Eagles don't have that, but I just feel like Ben Johnson is out on a vengeance for something. Like he's a dog, and I feel like they're just gonna pull it off somehow.
Yeah. Well, I'll cut straight to the chase. I'm gonna join you. I'm
Yeah.
going Bears. Just something about it, like you said, they kind of feel like the wild card team. They kind of feel like almost like a Cinderella run, kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though they have a great team, I think it'd be great to see. This is going to be a great matchup for Caleb Williams to really see what he has.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, it's at home again. I do think whenever they're good, like they have been, that is kind of a tough environment to come into, especially given how cold it is right now. I mean, not that Philadelphia is any warmer.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think the Eagles are kind of going to be torn up from a tough win in the previous week, and I think they're just going to come out hot and catch everyone by surprise.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the Bears. Score, you said 27-24. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling a close game here. I'm going to go. Have I done? I'm going to do it just to be an ass. I'm going to go 28-23.
Hell yeah.
28-23 Bears.
Yeah. The Bears. Yeah.
And then we'll hop up to the number 1 seed hosting what you might think as the Los Angeles Rams, or the number 1 seed facing the Carolina Panthers. And Sir Purr. It'll be either a 1 versus 4 or 1 versus 5. So I'll let you go ahead because I'm gonna try to pull up some face to face.
Yeah, I
Both
definitely
these.
need some of that because this is tough. That Seahawks team,
So the
it's
Rams.
Oh, go ahead.
I totally forgot about this game. There was that great Thursday night game a couple weeks ago. Seahawks won 38-37. And then in week like 4 or 5, whatever, or no, this is second week in November. It doesn't matter. Rams beat them 21-19. So these are two teams that they split the season series.
If I'm not
Total
mistaken,
of
Sam Darnold threw 4 picks that game, right?
which game? The first one?
The first one.
Uh,
It was either the first one or the second one, but I think it was against the Rams. He threw 4 picks.
Yeah, 4 interceptions and that first one. And they still won 20. Oh no, they didn't win.
They lost they barely lost.
Yeah, 2 points in that for 21-19, and then just 1 point, 38-37. 38-37.
Oh man. This is tough, man. What I found interesting was Sam Darnold is the only other quarterback to go back-to-back seasons winning 14 games.
Yeah.
Other than Tom Brady. And the years that Tom Brady won 14 games, he won the Super Bowl both times. Sam Darnold obviously did not win the Super Bowl last year. And I'm telling you, they lost to it wasn't the Giants. I forgot who they lost to in the playoffs. But it was like embarrassing. Like I was like, there's no way they lost. Like it was just all the hype was gone. But damn, there's no way that Sam Darnold wins back-to-back seasons with 14 games and then just doesn't make the Super Bowl. To me, it's tough because like either one of these teams, I think, are hosting the Super Bowl and or are going to play in the Super Bowl. And before we started this podcast, or when we were in the makes of it, I wrote down my predictions of who's going to be in the Super Bowl, and part of me kind of wants to stick with that.
Can I tell you
Yeah.
something? Because
Yeah.
I promise, in case you saw me looking down, I wasn't
Yeah.
not paying attention. I was looking this
No,
up.
you're good. I know.
So last year, Sam Darnold on the Minnesota Vikings lost 9-27 in the wild card to the Los Angeles Rams.
It was the Rams, huh?
14-4 Vikings against 11-7 Rams.
Damn. There's just no way, bro. They won 14 games. Like, to just win 14 games and then lose in the wild card. Well, it wouldn't be the wild card, my bad, because they got the first bye. In the division round, is just like mega disappointment, bro. But the Rams, bro, they just have it right now. They have it. And I like Sean
MVP
McVay a
caliber
lot.
quarterback.
And they got an MVP
Mhm.
quarterback, and they have this is what I'm talking about, the quarterback. Like, yeah, bro. And I predicted the Rams are going to be in the Super Bowl. I just feel like they've, LA just has a little sauce to them right now with the Dodgers and the Rams. I just feel like I feel like Sam Darnold, we're going to look back on, and he's going to be that dude who won hella games and was always good. And then the playoffs, he just kind of shits the bed, bro. I just feel like he's that type of guy. I don't believe in Sam Darnold. I don't.
I like
But
it.
that defense, man, damn.
I know that defense is scary.
Nah. Oh my God. I don't. But you know what? I feel like the Rams are good, are too like functional and too smart to lose. With the talent that they have. So I'm gonna stick with the Rams, man. I just feel like they're gonna make it.
That would be a number 5 seed in the NFC Championship against. So you got Bears, who are a 2 seed. So the Bears would be hosting the 5 seed Rams in your NFC Championship. What score you got?
Oh man. I feel like I don't think it's going to be that close, actually. I think it's going to be low scoring ish, but I see like a 21-10 win Rams over the Seahawks.
21-10.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they won. Yes, that was the Cardinals. They put up 37 last week, and then the week in your world, they're going to be putting up 35 against the Panthers. So what would you say the score was?
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
I was just saying they scored 37 this week against the Cardinals in their last game, and then in this world that you're creating, they would have beat the Panthers already 35-14 in the first round. So 2 back-to-back weeks with 30 points.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna stomp on the Panthers. I'm sorry.
What score did you have again?
For the Rams and Seahawks?
Yeah.
21-10.
Okay. 21-10, and the Rams are in the NFC Championship.
And you know what? I was looking up because I was curious. The Vikings, I thought it was Sam Darnold that played against Daniel Jones. It was Kirk Cousins, actually. So I just want to take that out. Sorry, but I was like curious about that because I know it was the Vikings and everything, but I think Sam Darnold was still on the Jets.
Might have been on the Panthers, probably. I know.
Yeah. So disregard that. That was still lame that Kirk Cousins lost that game. But side note, random side note. But and Daniel Jones
I
balled
thought
that game.
I know. I saw a clip today from Baker Mayfield whenever I think they had just beaten the Falcons. I'm guessing I don't even know the score, but he dapped up Kirk Cousins, who's on the Falcons, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Hey man, go win the NFC South." And then it comes down to Kirk Cousins fucking beating the Saints.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's my prediction. I think Rams beat the Seahawks, and I think the Bears beat the Eagles, and I think the NFC Championship will be Rams and Bears. So I know you have the Panthers in it instead of the Rams, so you can go now.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's where the road stops for those Panthers. Unlike how fun that team or those two teams were in 2015, Panthers Seahawks, this isn't the same teams. And I'll be honest, I don't watch a lot of Seahawks. I just kind of catch up on them, so I know that what they're capable of. Though I know they have a bunch of good rosters and their defense is nice. So I'm just gonna not gonna act like I know too much, especially without any stats here in front of me. I'm just gonna go Seahawks. They're 1 seed. They're gonna be hot, like waiting for this Panther team to come into Seattle at home. I'm a big home field guy in any sport. Especially during the playoffs, because I'm such a sucker for like loud crowd reactions and all this stuff. I love hearing the stadium pop and all that. And we've seen how loud that place can get. So whoever has the pleasure of going into Seattle, I don't think they're coming out of there. I'm going to take Seattle beating the Panthers promptly. This will be their first playoff game, first game in 2 weeks. 35.
Yeah, dude. Bryce Young going into Seattle and winning would just be like absurd.
It'd be a god. They did. I had it up earlier. I think it was 27-10. They lost 2 weeks ago. I remember we were watching that game. Yeah. I think enough said on that. 35-7. So I kind of opposite again of you. I have Seahawks. You have Rams, but we both have the Bears. For you, you have the Bears at home, being the 2 seed against the 5 seed Rams. I'm gonna stay in Seattle, taking on the Bears. Which animal is winning your fight, a ram or a bear?
We got the ram beating the bear. And it's the in a world like at this point, say the Bears make it all the way to the NFC Championship game. Because the whole season I doubted them, and now I'm giving them their flowers, and I'm like, watch me give them their flowers, and they lose in the wild card. But if they make it to the NFC Championship game and beat the Rams and go to the Super Bowl, I literally would not be shocked at all at this point. But I'll take the experience over the non-experience, and Sean McVay is just. He's a solidified coach. The Matthew Stafford is, he's showing, he's a Super Bowl champion. He's 38 years old. He's got Puka and he's got Devontae Adams and he's got Kyren, and I just feel like all the pieces are there. They're just here right now. Like they're like an underrated. I want to say underrated, but I feel like they've built something really nice there, and I can see them making it back to the Super Bowl, and I'm taking the Rams. Yeah, I'm taking the Rams.
All right, Rams. I like that pick. If I hadn't taken the Rams out in the first round, I definitely, in my heart, I definitely see the Rams at least going to the NFC Championship. Obviously, I think they're going to the Seahawks or going to Seattle. Kind of like what you just said. I agree with a lot of that, how they have experience. They've been there, done that. I think Stafford's playing at a MVP caliber, like we've said. So, yeah, I think that's a good pick. You want me to go ahead and you have a score already?
I'll think about a score, but you can go ahead.
Okay. So for me, I have my animal matchup is the Seahawks and Bears. So I am also going to take down the Bears here with my Talon. Or whatever the hell they have. And the Seahawks are going to win this game. Kind of similar to everything I said about the last matchup, but this one will be a little more close, being a 1 versus 2. But yeah, I just think they have. I don't know what else I can say about them besides I think this is Sam Darnold's time. I think it. I do think he's either going to be one of those quarterbacks that like he's always been there, but he can't get over that hump,
Right.
or maybe this is the year he gets there and doesn't exactly get a Super Bowl, maybe.
Right.
But maybe he at least gets there. And I think I'm banking on at least this year he gets there. He's got a good receiving core around him. So yeah, I'm gonna take Seahawks. I tried looking up. The Seahawks have not played the Bears, and the Rams have not played the Bears. So this would be new blood for both of these teams. What have you thought of a score?
Yeah, I just feel like every freaking Bears game I've watched, it's always just like some dumb shit happens, bro, and it's just touchdowns. And I see it like I'm gonna do a 35-28. I'm a big like 7-point like person. Like I don't. You know what? A lot of my picks have been 7 point. I'm gonna do actually scratch that. I feel like it's gonna be pretty close though. Yeah, I'll do like a 35-32. I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm gonna do. And I feel you on the Sam Darnold thing. That this is really interesting to watch him because I at this point I'm just like, all right, let me see it. And I part of me is just like, I'm not going to see it. But if there's any year for him to do it, it's why would it not be this year? Like to go back-to-back seasons winning 14 games in the regular season is like hella impressive. And yet I'm still not giving him flowers because it's like, let's see it then. But maybe it's the year that he does it. I don't know.
So on my side, the Seahawks. Seahawks and Bears. I have Seahawks winning a blowout against the Panthers, and the Bears are going to be coming off 2 close matchups. I think this is going to be a doozy, but a weird doozy.
Yeah,
I'm going to say 20-17 Seahawks. It's going to be one of those where like you kind of feel like it's their game all along, but then you're like, oh, the Bears kind of can hang in there. They're 2 seed. Maybe they kind of know what's going on. So I'm going to take Seahawks 20-17. And that's going to wrap up my NFC side of the bracket.
Weird reason, I feel like if the Seahawks did play the Bears, I feel like they would destroy them. I don't know why. I just feel like they like that defense. Like I feel like I'm not giving that defense enough credit. Like if it's not the Rams, I think for certain the Seahawks are going to go to the Super Bowl. Like I in my opinion, I
think it's definitely one of these 2 teams.
I'd be shocked if neither of those teams, unless it's like the Eagles go on a champ. You know what I mean? Unless like that's the only other team I could see like pulling some crazy shit off. But yeah, I definitely think it's between those 2.
I like it. All right, so like we just said, you got the Rams in the Super Bowl. I have the Seahawks. Let's jump over to the AFC side of this bracket and see who might be joining these 2 teams.
This is gonna be tough, man. Also, shout out my boy Martine from LA, who's a big Rams fan. I always loved talking football with him when I was out there, and we still send each other some stuff. But you know, I'm kind of a Rams fan. Like, you know, if it's not the Patriots, I mess with I like them, and I liked that. You know, I just had to shout them out real quick because that's my boy, and always root for them if it's not us.
Hell yeah. All right, first AFC game in the playoffs is going to be the Bills going into Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. No head-to-head matchups this year. Bills are 12-5 against 13-4 Jaguars. A hell of a year for the Jaguars. I don't
Hell
think a
of a
lot of
year.
people saw this coming.
Nope.
It's also kind of like you said earlier. It's a lot of out with the old and with the new.
Right.
I mean, we're seeing that obviously with Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying you can't get back in, but
He will.
But now we have Josh Allen at a 6 seed. So
Yeah.
if they win, they're going to have to play. I mean, unless the Chargers beat the Patriots, they're going to be on the road again in New England. So, or maybe not. Depending on, we'll get there. Anyway, yeah. So this is going to be in Jacksonville. A little different weather, playoff weather compared to Buffalo. Might throw them off a little bit. Yeah, Jaguars are slightly slated at 51% chance to win this game. So
Say that one more time.
Jaguars are favored at 51% to win the
51.
game.
They should be, home field.
I didn't realize that Trevor Lawrence threw for 4,000 yards.
What?
4,007 yards. Allen only had 3,600.
Hold on,
But then they have James Cook that had fucking 1,600 rushing yards.
All right, I'm not going to hold anybody. I have barely watched the Jaguars this season.
Me too. They've just kind of been there at the top,
bro.
Like,
I have unfortunately worked a lot of Sundays and I would have to record the Patriot games because we played at 1:00 every weekend this past couple months. And so I didn't want to get any spoilers. So I didn't get to watch a lot of Red Zone this year, unfortunately. But I am not sold on them. Is it because I haven't watched them? Probably. But you know what? Like, there's some franchises that I think are cursed. And you can say the Bills are cursed as well. But I feel like the Jaguars, I just don't see it happening, man. Like, this is like one of those, like, I don't have enough information on this team. But what I do, and I'll keep saying it, when it comes to the playoffs, it is so about the quarterback. And I am taking Josh Allen 10 out of 10 times over Trevor Lawrence. Shout out Trevor Lawrence, bro. But give me the Bills and Josh Allen. If he gets knocked out of the first round with no Patrick Mahomes, no Lamar, no Joe Burrow, people are going to shit on him, bro. And he knows that. And he's going to do everything to not lose this game, I think.
Yeah, he is definitely just one of those guys, like you said, I'm not betting against. I think, I mean, it's like we just talked about on the other side. He's a strong case of been there, done that. And I'm kind of the same way. The Jaguars were kind of always a team for me that I just kept on seeing at the top of the standings. And we kind of check in, but then I was like, oh, shit, these guys are actually still there. They're still pretty good. But yeah, I'm not sold on it. Not sold on them at all. I think they've had a great season. Good for them. Bright future, maybe. They have Travis Hunter, who I know has been injured.
Yeah, that sucks.
But, I think they have a great future, but it's just not right now.
No, I totally agree, dude.
So
prove me wrong, though.
I would love it. And it's funny, like, being the 3 seed. I mean, I'm saying this as in the Patriots will win Sunday. Being the 3 seed, I would obviously much rather play the Jaguars than the Bills.
I don't know, man. I mean, yes. Yeah, me too. But I don't know. We were up 21-0 on the Bills, bro. Like, we really should have beat them twice this year.
Yeah.
We just blew it. So I don't know. And maybe that will be like a mind game if we see them again with the Patriots. Like, maybe they're gonna, like, I don't know. Well, anyway, let's stick with this matchup.
So the Bills won 35-8 against the Jets, kind of like how we whooped up on them last week. But Mitch Trubisky, 4 touchdowns. Josh Allen, he came in for 1 snap so he could keep his fucking appearance playing whatever it's called, the record. I'm like, dude, that is such a bitch move. Coming in for 1 snap.
Well, you know what?
I
Like,
mean, I get it.
I get it, bro. And it's like, there's no reason he should have played that game. Like,
No, not at all.
there's no reason.
It's just annoying that, like, I don't know how far this is going to go, but, you know, whenever it gets to the end of the road, you're going to see, I don't even know what the number is, but whenever it gets to the end of the road, you're going to see that number and be like, damn, this guy really was out there balling. But, like, this is not the first time where he's done that, where he just, like, came in for
dude,
one snap.
The Jets are, like, I'm pretty sure statistically, like, one of the worst teams, like, ever. Like, they're terrible, bro. Like,
no.
Like, if we look at that streak, like, I'll be like, all right, he didn't play against the fucking worst team ever. Like, you know, I won't hold it against him. It's kind of, let him do his thing.
Yeah. All right, so I'm taking the Bills as well. I'm not going to fall for a trap or anything thinking that Josh Allen's going to be slow. I like the point that you made that he knows that obviously he wants to win it, but he knows that there's a lot riding on this offseason and his view, how people view him. So I think he's going to come out hot. I think he's going to come out swinging.
Me too.
And so I'm going to take the Bills 31-17 against the Jaguars.
I like the 31 score. I'm a
that's my first time going 31.
I like 31. I don't know. I'm feeling like a low 30s for them. I could see a 31. I'm gonna say 30, but I feel like the Jaguars aren't gonna just fold. But I'm gonna say 31-23, which I guess you could kind of say is a fold, but they're not. I don't know. I think they're gonna have a little fight, but it's not gonna be enough. I feel like Josh Allen's about to put him to bed, bro. I see it.
Well, you know what's sad? And not sad because I really don't care. But no matter who wins so if the Patriots win against the Chargers, no matter who wins against Steelers Texans, the Bills in this scenario will play the Broncos. So actually, the Patriots won't even play the Broncos.
Really?
Bills because the Broncos will play the lowest seed, and the Bills are the 6th seed. Now that I'm
Who's
looking
the
at
7th
this.
seed? Oh, the Chargers.
The Chargers.
Oh, wow.
So we would only see Buffalo possibly in the AFC Championship. So
damn,
I'm gonna go ahead and write them up. Well, I'll wait. All right. The next AFC wildcard game is going to come on Sunday night, 8 p.m. prime time on NBC. It's our New England Patriots hosting the 7th seed Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers coming in at 11-6. Patriots, of course, 14-3. They have not played this year, but they did play last year. Totally different teams. I think I looked at it today. It was like 41-16. I think the Chargers won. But up until the years before that, the Patriots always had their number. The Chargers are just a team that I'm just not afraid of for whatever reason. I don't know. I mean, the Patriots are hot again. They're on another 3-game win streak after losing a game that they should have beat against the Bills. So, and the Chargers have also lost 2 games in a row. But Herbert did not play last week.
Right.
Kind of similar reasons. So I'm just gonna. Both of us, we could sit here and talk all night about the Patriots, but for the sake of time, I'm going Patriots. And I don't know what I have for a score yet, but you go ahead.
Justin Herbert's an interesting quarterback to me. I've always had respect, but not really, because I've never seen him do it in the playoffs. And I don't know if it's just another Chargers curse with a great regular season quarterback and then do absolutely nothing in the playoffs. But that's just kind of how I feel like it is. You know, like I don't really have a lot of respect for Phillip Rivers. Like, he's funny and all, and he's a good guy, and he's definitely like fun to watch and everything. But like, I don't hold him on that high of a pedestal like at all because I didn't see it in the playoffs from him ever. And I just kind of feel like the Chargers are one of those teams that are just again like the Jaguars. It's just like I don't like I've never seen it, and I don't know if it's just because I'm a Patriots fan, and it's just like I just don't see it, bro. I really don't. I mean, I know they have like McConkey and you know, solid running back was Vital, whatever his name is, and I just don't. I'm not. I feel like the Patriots are so locked in, bro. Like the vibe of this team is so exciting, and I feel like after the season we've had, there's no way I don't see us losing a playoff game, especially with Diggs. And I wish we had Matt Collins. It sucks we don't have him, but what I'm really hoping for, if we get Robert Spillane back for this game, I think we're chilling. Like I feel like it won't be that close of a game, to be honest with you. Like off the bat, I'm feeling like we're gonna. I feel like Drake May's gonna stay calm. His first playoff game. I'm so excited to finally see him in the playoffs. I feel like this is a great matchup for his first game, just to get him into the groove. And I feel like he's gonna show out and ball. I feel like we're gonna have like I think this is my first 40. I feel like we're gonna put up 42 on them, and I'm feeling like they're gonna get like 28. I'm gonna do like 42-28. That's what I'm thinking.
42-28. I like it. Yeah, I'm definitely not going too far away from you. I meant to mention this. I loved seeing how our running game this week. Five touchdowns combined between Stevenson and Henderson. Both of them had 2 rushing, and Stevenson caught a third passing touchdown. Yeah, I think if those 2 are on, that is one of the best combos in the league. They said it yesterday on the broadcast. It's such like a thunder lightning dynamic.
Yeah,
I love how different they are, but just because like in my head, I'm thinking, all right, Steven Henderson's the quicker one, and he's going to burst through, and we're just going to hand it to Stevenson, and that's our goal line, touchdown giver. But in reality, it's none of them really have a role. Both of them are kind of serving the same thing. I love it. So that was just a quick thing I wanted to add. So you had 42-28. I'm going to go 35. I'm going to go right below you. I do think the Chargers are not leaving without putting up a fight. So I'm going to go 35-27.
Yeah. I feel like we're just going to be so locked in. And if we lose this game, I'd be shocked. Honestly, I'd be like, damn, I'd be disappointed. And it's funny because people were not even talking about us making the playoffs. But like, dude, after what I've seen this season and seeing Drake May, like, I would be like so shocked if we don't win this game.
No, and it would just bother me more just to go the whole season. And I'm not oblivious to hearing that, yeah, we had a weak schedule, but 10 games is 10 games. 14 wins is 14 wins, so definitely to bounce out in the first round would suck. But I just don't see it happening against the Chargers.
Yeah. Also, your mic's staticky a little bit, just a little bit. I don't know if maybe you have something like on.
I think it's because Mary's in the kitchen right now.
Okay. Hi, Mary.
Oh, I just totally dropped my water all over the place here.
Don't get it on your
live TV,
bro.
No, I know.
On live television. I've never been on live TV before, and apparently, yeah, ain't no way a 14 game winning team is gonna lose in the first round. I just feel like that would just cater to all these haters saying, "I told you they had an easy schedule," and it would I say that about Sam Darnold, but I feel like Sam Darnold has shown himself more than Drake May has, and Drake May is on a whole different level than Sam Darnold, bro. So, yeah. I mean, shout out to Sam Darnold, but come on, bro. Show me something. Show me something, Sam.
Sorry, I was like half listening. I'll be honest.
Well, that was me just kind of rambling, just to like.
Yeah. You had to take over for a second.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump to the last wild card matchup of the weekend. See, we're gonna have to wait till Monday night on ESPN to see the Texans play the Steelers. Steelers won the fun one last night. We weren't watching it, fell asleep, woke up just to see the field goal go off. Yeah, these teams have not played yet this year. Houston slated 54% to win this game. We've talked about it on and off all year. I love the Houston defense. I think this is a hard team. I'm glad to see that they climbed up to a 5 seed because I didn't think a 6 or 7 really fit them. Yeah. So yeah. I think even though it's in Pittsburgh, I think Houston's going to take it. They have a better record. CJ Stroud, I don't know his playoff percentage right now or his record, but I think I like him. Even though Aaron Rodgers has obviously more experience and everything, I like going a younger quarterback here in this instance than someone like Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, who, like every year, I think they're just frauds. So I'm gonna go Texans. I don't know the score yet, but if you want to go ahead with yours.
Yeah, this one's a little passionate, but everyone, I'm a huge Mac Miller fan, and he was a huge Steelers fan. I even have him up here. But this season, dude, fuck the Steelers, bro. Like, I've always and my friend Zach, my friend Maddie from college, she just got engaged to her boyfriend Zach, and he's a great guy. He's a Steelers fan. He was just wearing it at our Yankee swap. But I'm sorry, bro. They really pissed me off this season. I know about my parlay that if they had won against the Browns, I've had a couple thousand on there. Whatever. I can move on from that, kind of, because I've always kind of respected I respect the Pittsburgh Steelers. I do. But this season specifically, I can't stand them. And I can't stand because after we watched the season finale of Stranger Things, I tuned into the last 7 minutes of that Steelers Ravens game. I am a huge Lamar Jackson fan. I really wanted him to make it. And each season for the last at least 2 seasons, he has been hoed somehow by his team. And bro, watching that game, it made me realize that honestly, neither of these teams deserve to be in the playoffs. So, spoiler, I'm choosing the Texans over the fucking Steelers. But that game was one of the dumbest endings I've seen to a game in a other than that Bears Bengals game earlier this season. That was probably stupider, but this one was dumb because Zay Flowers he threw a bomb to Zay Flowers, who got past the defense the second time because he got 2 in the fourth quarter.
Well, I saw the second one. I was like, oh, okay, I think they got this locked up here.
That second touchdown.
2 tremendously great plays.
Bro, the Steelers blew the defense coverage. I don't know what they were doing. They had no safety, and Zay Flowers literally just ran up the field wide open. That was the easiest touchdown I've seen the entire season for them to go up. And then the Steelers go, and somehow they get a touchdown. And I was like, with 1 minute left in the game, and I was like, where's the defense? I'm all about how offense is exciting, But when I see dumb defense, that irritates the shit out of me. And I was watching dumb defense from both teams, and I was like, what the hell's like? And it's weird because it's the Ravens and the Steelers who are like known for defense, and they just were so bad on defense that game, or at least I saw in the fourth quarter. And then the Steelers had the audacity to miss the extra point, bro.
It seemed like a very defensive game because I was checking in every now and then, and it was like 13-3, 13-10 for the longest time, and then check the score, and it's like, what was it, 29-27?
Bro, I was like in awe, being like, what the hell is going on? Like all those touchdowns were like easy. I mean, I'm not like a freaking X and O's crazy person on football, but like those touchdowns were way too easy. So and I was like, and it just felt easy for them to drive down and go get those touchdowns. The fact that they missed that extra point and the Ravens had 3 timeouts, dude, the special team should have lost. I'm sorry I'm rambling, but I was like, what the hell am I watching? But like they missed it. They gave the Ravens the game like this, bro, because they missed the extra point to make it a 2-point game. So all the Ravens needed to do was go get a field goal to win the game with a minute left with 3 timeouts. And the kicker on the kickoff botched the kick. So they started. No. They returned it. The dude returned it. No, he botched the kick, bro. And they started off on like the 40-yard line. So I'm like, they're already they just need like 2 first downs with 3 timeouts in Lamar Jackson. They get it was 4th down. Sorry, I have to let this. It's just wild to me. And Lamar,
no, it's good because I admittedly did not watch this game, so that's
I was like, Lamar threw. It was like 4th and 3 or something, and Lamar threw it to Likely, I think, and I want to say Likely, and he made a great catch. It was either Likely or Andrews. I'm sorry, I forget. And I was like, oh my God, there it is. Like they're in the 30-yard line. They're in field goal range. And, they literally like, instead of trying to get more yardage, they're like getting in the right, Lamar gets in the right position for the kicker, all that. Like it was like, it was a 44-yard field goal. And it was a rookie kicker. So like, that's a lot, but you're the kicker. You got to do your job, bro. You need to hit that.
That's what you signed up for.
That's what you signed up for. It's not like this isn't a 50. It's, it's in the 40s. And he missed. And like special teams, whatever. That again showed how important special teams are in the playoffs, because that was technically like the first real playoff game of the season. And man, it just was so irritating to watch because I mean, I don't think the Ravens would have really done anything anyway because they've been so inconsistent, but I love Lamar Jackson, and seeing him get so excited to win the game with the kick and then immediately realize that he missed it. And it's just like, I'm like, I just felt so bad.
I know that was crazy to watch him like running out there. He thought he had it for the longest time, and he's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of like how you got started on this. I'm not the biggest Lamar fan, but I recognize that he's one of the best in the league, and so yeah, it would have been fun to kind of see him and Josh Allen in this one.
Yeah.
But again,
without Mahomes,
we don't have Mahomes.
You know?
Yeah, no Burrow, no Mahomes. Yeah. So you got Texans.
After all that, I'm sorry. I was meaning to talk about that game. I needed to talk about that game in this friggin'.
No, you're good. You're good. Texans and Steelers. I don't know. I think this is going to be a close one just because of I think it's going to be a very good defensive matchup. I'm going to get weird here and go 13-10 Texans.
Yeah, I totally see that. I just, after watching that game, the way I felt was neither of those teams deserved to be in the playoffs because the AFC North was such a shit show the whole season. And I think, the Texans started off 1-5 this season and have won 9 games straight. They are hot, and that defense is legit. I think they beat the Steelers. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 24-14. And
I like it.
yeah, I don't think the Steelers have any business being in the playoffs right now, especially after that game. It's just absurd to me. So
I know it's like one of those where like you kind of. I mean, I feel like even as a Steelers fan, you got to be like, I don't think we should really be here right now.
no, bro, no, absolutely not.
this
bro.
we're kind of cooking here on the AFC. We're both on the same way up. We're gonna have the Broncos hosting the Bills in the
Damn.
AFC divisional matchup, and then both of us have the Patriots and Texans. Why don't we start with the Broncos Bills, because I feel like we can talk more about the Patriots. We got in that matchup. What do you like? I'm gonna let Walter out because he is banging at this door.
Gotcha. I like.
But I can still hear you.
Okay. Yeah. I think what the Broncos have done is fun. I think Bo Nix is solid. That defense is legit. But again, I am a quarterback guy. And Josh Allen is in his prime. He has way more experience. He knows what it's like. And he's just that type of player that no matter what is happening, you still feel like he can win the game. Like he has earned that because we've seen it. It sucks that he's always come short against Mahomes, but I feel like that's his kryptonite, and his kryptonite is out. And it is such a young quarterback in all young quarterbacks in the AFC. And he's definitely looking around like there's just no way. And I know the Bills have been, they're not that crazy talented, like receiver wise, like they got Shakir and Coleman, and it's like I'm not that confident with that. But James Cook is nasty, and I just feel like Josh Allen's gonna win these games like damn near himself. He's just built like that. And I'm taking the Bills over the Broncos.
I like it. I am also going to take the Bills here. I think it's been a great run for the Broncos. They've obviously had a hell of a year. I think just like the Jaguars, they're a little more established, but also still have a great future ahead of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, not to just kind of piggyback off what you were saying. I think Josh Allen, yeah, he's kind of looking around and seeing these younger guys and like, all right, well, I'm supposed to be here by now, and I think this is a good time for him to be there.
Mhm.
It's going to be hard as hell. It's going to be cold as hell. They're going to be in Denver. That's going to be their first game in the playoffs, so they're going to be rocking. I'm going Bills strictly for the fact that I will give away a spoiler that I'm going to select the Patriots, and I want to see that AFC Championship. But just like what you said with all their players and everything they got going on, I'm going to select them for that reason, but also I'm a little biased because I want to see Bills and Patriots in the championship.
I know.
Score-wise, though, I don't want to. I'm trying to pick different scores each time, but like I see this going very similar to how I've been picking. I don't think it's going to be that big scoring of a game.
Me neither.
It's either going to be like 17-14 or like 45-42.
I know. I feel the same way.
Like that. And that's why I'm going to go that way. I'm going to go 45-42. They're coming out absolutely firing. I mean, the Broncos are going to be hot. They're going to be rested. the Bills are gonna have nothing to lose, well, everything to lose, but just guns blazing. Bills 45, Broncos 42.
That's how I feel about the Bills, man. They have everything to lose. They really do. I feel that they're the
Yeah.
only team in the playoffs that really have that narrative, and I don't see it being high.
Do you think
because
it's
of that
more
Broncos
so?
defense.
Do you think
What?
it's more so the Bills have everything to lose, or Josh Allen has everything to lose?
Well, I mean, he's their
Or
quarterback,
is that
man.
just a stupid question?
Well, like, I mean, it's definitely like people, they know Josh Allen. You know, he is a household name, and he has not made the
Mhm.
Super Bowl, bro. And it's just like he does not want to have that image. I know he doesn't. He is a winner, bro. I know, like, you know, when you were over and they lost to the Eagles and he didn't make that 2-point conversion, like his reaction is like that's some Tom Brady reaction right there. Like he's pissed,
Yeah.
bro. Like he cares, and like he knows that like this is the year to do it. Like, but I don't think it's going to be high scoring because of the Broncos defense. I feel like it's going to be tough. You know, if I feel like if the Bills had like someone on offense, bro. Like I know they got Kincaid, which is like a solid target for him, and they got these like little guys here and there. But I feel like if he had like someone on receiver, it would be like he would have a better chance of getting more points. But I feel like it's going to be like a tough game. I'm saying I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be kind of close too. Hmm. I'm saying like I see it's like a 23-20 type game. That's what I think. Like a James Cook tutty and a couple of Josh Allen tutties, like a couple field goals. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I think.
All right, so the Bills will be moving on for both of us to the AFC Championship. Patriots, Texans. This will be in New England again, of course. By this means the Patriots will have home field advantage for the rest of the way since we're taking Denver out of it. And I don't know about you, but I'm taking the Patriots to move on. So they're going to be hosting the AFC Championship as well. Playoff run through Foxborough. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to talk on besides that we've already have about the Patriots. I think they're hot right now. I think there's just a group of what they have going on. I think the Texans defense is going to be a great test for them. I think that's just going to set them up perfectly to go against a great Bills team. So, Texans, great season. Thanks for coming along. I'm going to take the New England Patriots. And let me go ahead and get this over with. I think it's I'm going to go 21-10. 21-10 Patriots.
I don't know. The Texans is weird. It's a weird team. I like.
Yeah, like, I'm not expecting much out of that game, but I think we'll have enough to just get over the hump and then kind of stay there, and hopefully we don't have to rely on our offense as much.
I could see like a this game being a resemblance of the Falcons game earlier this season, the Patriots Falcons game, where it's like we kind of start off hot, and then I could see like Nico Collins starting to cook. Like I could definitely see that happening. And it's nice to have Christian Gonzalez, of course. I just feel like it's going to be one of those like we take the lead and then the Texans start to make it interesting, and then it's going to become a nail biter. I feel like it's going to be one of those games like a. But I obviously think the Patriots will win. I just feel like Drake May's him, and I've been waiting for him to be in the playoffs so bad. Like this is going to be so fun, dude. And I'm feeling like a 28-20, 28-27. I feel like it's gonna be like closest. I think this is gonna be like a nail biter, honestly, because that Texans defense is crazy, and I feel like CJ Stroud is still CJ Stroud. You know, he's not having like the most like, you know, fun, exciting type season, but I still feel like, you know, people disrespect CJ Stroud a lot lately. And I think he's going to remind people a lot this playoffs that he's still, you know, people were comparing him to Patrick Mahomes. Like I don't think he just fell off, you know. So I think it's going to be a nail biter. So I'm going to say 28-27.
Yeah, he's one of those guys like I'm never going to write out, but definitely he's kind of been like on the back burner of a lot of people's minds, I feel like.
100%.
But yeah, like you said, he's had those great comparisons to great quarterbacks. So like I think, and it's the playoffs, man. You never know. So any day he can be MVP caliber quarterback. He's quick, he's fast, and he can throw the ball. All right. So I'm glad that we are aligned here, so I don't have to do too much digging around. Patriots and Bills, AFC Championship in Foxborough. This will be January 25th. Yeah, the Bills have made a nice run here. The 6th seed, they took out the 3 seed Jaguars and number 1 seed Denver Broncos, and are heading right to Foxborough here to take on our Patriots. I'm just going to start by saying, at the beginning of the year, we saw this Patriots team. A lot of people, myself included, was looking at this Patriots team thinking, okay, am I being too biased to say 8 to 9 wins? And looking at schedule, I think that was more than capable, and obviously it was. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, they're kind of putting pieces together. And then even to this day and everything they've done, I'm like, I don't know if they truly have the best team, like on paper. But then I look around and I'm like, who does though? I feel like every team is kind of filled with like 2 studs that you're like, oh, yeah, and then you kind of drop down and you're like, oh, well, I don't know who else do you go to from there. And the Patriots are definitely one of the teams, except for when everyone's clicking. And the fun thing about them is they have people doing different things every single week. Like we had 5 touchdowns from our running backs this past week. Drake May, 5 touchdowns the week before. Hunter Henry can pop up like 80 yards a game. Stephon Diggs, put him in. This is a primetime game.
Against his former team.
Oh, wait. No, okay. Backtrack. This Sunday night, primetime against Chargers. I just thought it finally just came to my head. Diggs definitely going for like 150 yards because that's what he does in primetime. I'd have to pull up my tweet. I tweeted out. He's like literally like 19 for 21 with like 187 yards on 2 primetime games. Anyway, yeah, against former team, the Bills in the fantasy world. Damn, I totally lost me. But they have different guys that can just make it work in any given week, and that's what I like about this team. I love Vrabel and everything he's done here. So I'm gonna do it. At the beginning of the year, as much as I love the Patriots and everything, I would have never said that they're making the Super Bowl. But like I just said, you look around at these teams, and there's seeding and every team has good players, but it's like it just takes one game, and I think the Patriots are just gonna keep riding that wave, and it's gonna carry them all the way to the Super Bowl.
Not to mention,
am I delusional or are you dreaming in me?
No, not to mention, I believe we're getting Mac Hollins back if we make it to the AFC Championship game, which we both predict we will.
Yeah,
which is such a underrated.
I had no idea. I didn't even know that his injury was that bad. Yeah. I thought he was just out for like the last game or 2 of the season.
No, because if you get put on IR, it's like it's a minimum 4 games, right? Like I'm pretty sure that's like the rule.
I think so, and I didn't realize he was on IR. I thought he was just like out for the game.
They barely like said it. That's why. Like I like saw a tweet and I was like, damn, like all right, Mac Hollins is out, but Efton Chisholm's been playing.
I don't remember him. Yes, He had a big flea flicker pass yesterday. I love those plays.
I know, bro. I know.
I liked how that one kind of worked a little different than a traditional flea flicker, where you just kind of immediately snap him back. He kind of like made a little move and pretend like he was going that way and flicked it back. But anyway,
man.
your AFC Championship, Patriots Bills.
Dude, I'm fucking stumped. This is like when I made my predictions mid-season in our notes. I believe it was like October like late October, early November maybe. And I predicted that the Super Bowl will be the Rams versus the Bills, because it's that narrative that it's like it's the Josh Allen narrative this year. I just like something in me is just like that's what it is. It's his time to prove that he can go win a Super Bowl. It's just hard because it's the Bills and we're so accustomed to not seeing them make the fucking Super Bowl, and they've never won a Super Bowl. They went to the Super Bowl 4 straight times and lost every single time. Are they a cursed franchise? I don't know. Or is Josh Allen the miracle man, and does he finally break it for them? You know, like they definitely deserve one. Like I'm not gonna like I don't like our division freaking teams, but it's like I can recognize when a quarterback, it's like, come on, bro. Like if there is not any year, it's right now, bro. Like, and it kills me because Drake May really might just be freaking like what he has done is like beyond what I thought. I knew he was good. I knew he was gonna do that, but like he's like, oh my god, bro. Like he really just could just be him. Like
It's like he jumped.
I'm so torn,
He
bro.
jumped from like year 1 to like year 5. Like
yeah,
I knew
bro.
he had something in him too, but it's like, damn, you're 23-year-old,
And
second year, and you're doing this.
And as easy as I see the Josh Allen narrative, I also see the Drake May narrative of like this dude that everyone loves. He's really just that good. The completion percentage is the highest in team history at 72%. Like what? Like that's absurd.
We've had pretty good quarterback play for us.
So it's like, and how dope would, well, I think the Rams are going to make the Super Bowl. How dope would it be to have the two quarterbacks in the MVP race in the Super Bowl? I totally could see that happening. Like that whole week before they announced the MVP, the two quarterbacks in the Super Bowl, it's Matthew Stafford versus Drake May. Like that's a titan, and it's a rematch of the Rams and Patriots. It's like a classic Super Bowl matchup. Dude, I don't know. Like I it sucks because it's like we're starting this podcast and I was like, I don't want to be such a homer because I'm always how am I going to say the Patriots are going to lose to the Bills in the AFC Championship game? Like they have given me no reason to say no. Like fuck,
I'm literally the same way right now.
This is like so tough, dude. But like I feel like we have time. That's why I'm not tripping. And as amazing as, you know what, bro, I feel like the Bills are just gonna win, bro. I feel like the Bills are gonna go to the fucking Super Bowl. I could see it. I could see us winning, and obviously I'll be like, you know, but I'm gonna stick with my early prediction because it kind of has seen it play out throughout since I've predicted it, and it would be dope if it actually came true. I'm gonna say the Bills. I'm gonna say the Bills, bro. Oh my god. Oh no, I don't know. Oh my god.
It is all good.
I'm saying it on camera.
I know. No, I'm the same way right now. That like I'm trying to obviously see both sides of the coin and not just only pick the Patriots, but at the same time, just like it's like I said, like I'm just like, why not? You know. So
we all we got. We all we need.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. But you know what?
So I
Like,
think
I'm gonna say the Bills. I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. I think the Bills. I feel like Josh Allen could fucking win that game. It's gonna be a nail bite. I feel like this game's close no matter what, and I feel like Josh Allen will do it. It's his year, bro. Let's see
like
it.
it.
Let's
Yep.
see it. Ugh.
All right, so Patriots in my world are moving to the Super Bowl. It's been 2 close games, 2 good games against the Bills. I mean, you could say good game, even though 21-0 losing like that was
That's why
not.
there's 4 quarters, man.
Yep. So I could see that. I'm going to see this going a lot like the first matchup because I just feel like the 2 teams that just have each other's number. They're just going to be going pound for pound against each other. So I'm feeling a repeat of week 5 or whatever that is, 5 or 6. I don't know. I'm going to go 23-20.
Week 5.
I'm going to go 23-20 Patriots.
You know what? This isn't even fun anymore. I was having fun until just now. Now I'm not having fun.
I know.
God damn it, bro. Because, like, if we win, it's like, duh. Like, bro, we have Drake May. Like, he could just be like, he could just have that Tom Brady win his second year Super Bowl. And, like,
Yeah.
our team is so complete. And Mike Vrabel is such a good head coach. And it's like, he's definitely, I think he's way better than Sean McDermott. I think he's a good coach, but, like, I don't see it. Like, fuck. I don't know, man. Maybe Josh Allen just never. Dude, I don't know. Well, you know what? I feel like I can see Josh Allen in a Super Bowl, though. I can see it. So you know what? I'm gonna just stick with it.
Yeah, I feel like he's
Obviously,
gotta
I
get
don't
there
want him
once.
to. He's got to get there once, bro. And then like, okay, yeah. I'm gonna say Bills, and I'm gonna say it's like a 25-23. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is going to be a crazy game.
Yeah. Fuck
Is there
that shit,
safety in
man.
there? Or a bunch of field goals?
It's just a weird one, man. That's how I feel. It's how I feel.
All right.
Oh,
So we have arrived to February 8th, Santa Clara, California. My world, we have Super Bowl 49 rematch, Patriots versus Seahawks. Your world, the Bills are making the Super Bowl against the Los Angeles Rams. A little California home field advantage.
Yeah.
This one's really hard for me. As hard as it was for you in that last round, I feel like I'm going this way. I should have jumped off already. But I think
bro.
in the back of my heart, I'm like, yes, they are going to win the Super Bowl. Obviously, they're going to win the Super Bowl. That's all I want. But
I know, bro. I know.
Seahawks are a damn good football team, I will say.
They are.
And Sam Darnold's leading this pack again. Or not again, but leading, to a 14-win team again. And Drake May, he has a future ahead of him. I don't think this will be his first Super Bowl by any means.
No.
But with that being said, I think you got to lose one to learn how to win one. But hey, maybe Sam Darnold has to lose one to learn how to win one. So, but I don't know. As much as I hate to say this on camera and out loud, I think like this is where the train stops for the Patriots, and the lights are just a little too bright in this moment for this like group of guys they have. Great group of guys. I just think it's like they get there and it's like even Diggs, leader that we've been marching on all year, he hasn't even been here. So
I know.
This is the knife, really. It's one thing to take Bills in the AFC Championship, but to take another team in the Super Bowl, like I'm gonna do, that hurts. So, 49 or the Seahawks get their Super Bowl 49 redemption, and they are champs. I think this is gonna be another good close game, kind of like all these other Super Bowls the Patriots have had. Let's see. So in my world, we've had Seahawks put up 35 and then 20. The Patriots 35, 21, 23. Let's meet in the middle for each team. Let's go 31 Seahawks, 28 Patriots. Seahawks are your Super Bowl champions.
I would be shocked if either 4 of these teams don't win the Super Bowl. Like, I would be pissed
like I was saying,
if the Broncos make it.
Yeah. I think what we have for AFC Championship is solid. Because it's either going to be like, okay, Patriots are up and coming and they're going to Super Bowl, or like Josh Allen's finally going to go.
And it's funny because I'm thinking about the Super Bowl of the Bills and the Rams. And how disappointing it would be for Josh Allen to finally make the Super Bowl and then to lose. But part of me feels like he can't just go win a Super Bowl by him damn self. And part of me feels like he just doesn't have that offensive weapon needed to win a fucking Super Bowl. And here's Matthew Stafford, who has Puka and Devontae Adams and a good run game. Like,
and a ring on his finger.
And a ring on his finger already. I feel like Matthew Stafford is not phased at all. And you know what? I could see the Rams winning another Super Bowl, bro. I could see Matthew Stafford being a quarterback that has won 2 Super Bowls. I feel like he's just kind of built like that. And I just, this is that curse of, if I haven't seen you win a Super Bowl already as a franchise, it's hard for me to see you win a Super Bowl. And that's how I feel about the Bills. Like, I don't know who I'd root for, because I like Josh Allen.
I know I'm weird because I would feel the same way. I'd be like, Josh Allen is obviously a tremendous quarterback, a future Hall of Famer. Like, would love to see him get a ring for his sake. But at the same time, I'm like, that's the Bills, that's the AFC East, that's the AFC. Like, and also, like, besides playing the Rams in a couple Super Bowls, like, I have no problem against the Rams. Like, I think Matt Stafford is a great guy in general, great quarterback. I love that trade; just worked out perfectly. Whenever he went to LA, like, I think it's awesome. So this is your world, but I would be going Rams.
No, so like, it's cool to think of like both worlds, because I've seen people pick the Patriots and Seahawks to go to the Super Bowl, and like, that is like, so could happen, and that would be dope. I would actually I would love that Super Bowl, honestly. I just don't believe in Sam Darnold, bro. I could see him having that stat being like the only quarterback to like win back-to-back 14 game seasons and not go to the Super Bowl, or not to win the Super Bowl. Like, but how absurd is that? Like, and the Patriots, we won 14 or 13. We won 13 games, right? No, did we? How many games we won?
For the Patriots?
It was 14. Yeah, 14?
Yeah, Patriots won 14.
Fuck, man. Why not? Well, I've already picked the Bills, but I'm sorry. That's just the Patriots fan in me. I'm obviously at whatever. But in terms of like, I could, you know what? I feel like Josh Allen needs to win a Super Bowl, bro. And I feel like he's going to. There's just like, how many? I mean, I know there's Dan Marino, who's never won a Super Bowl, and he was one of the all-time greats. But every all-time great wins a Super Bowl. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
I feel like this is just, Josh Allen has a great resume and he's a great player so far, but I think this is just one more that he needs.
Yeah, I know. That's why. Like, I just feel like the Rams are too talented, bro. Like, when you look at it on paper, you're gonna be like, why would you pick the Bills to win that? So I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Rams, bro. That Puka and Devontae Adams duo is just too nasty, bro.
Yeah.
That shit
Kyron
is so
Williams,
nasty.
like,
And Kyren, bro, like I would be shocked.
it's like
if
you
they
said,
didn't win.
like I think that offense is a lot more scarier than you have Josh Allen, but then it's like and James
Right.
Cook, obviously, but then it's like you kind
Yeah,
of fiddle out once you get to the receivers.
I know, bro. That's which sucks.
And
for
I feel
him.
like that's what separates the Super Bowl winning team. Like
But
like
Josh
Josh
Allen-
Allen can go out there and run it.
But Josh Allen could just
I
fucking. You
know.
could just see him get the ball and run at the 20-yard line and just freaking bully his way to get a freaking touch. Like oh my god, I don't know, man. I like kind of root for him, and it's weird. But
know.
like, all my sisters love him. My mom loves him. Like, he's a good dude. He's cool. He's dating Haley's fucking whatever her name is, who was Vi in Arcane, and that's my favorite character.
Yeah.
Like I just like them. Like I like him, man. And I hate to say it, but I don't hate to say it. I'm proud to say it. I fuck with Josh Allen. God damn it.
No, I think if it was any other, if it was like another division or another team, I think he would be one of my favorites. It just
I know,
it sucks
bro.
being the Bills.
It's the Bills, bro. But you know what? Like, I feel like I hate the Jets more and I hate the Dolphins more. I don't like the Bills either. I don't like
Yeah.
any of them, but you know,
I think it would be different. It'd be as a Patriots fan, it would be different if this Josh Allen era could have started like 5 years earlier. Because
yeah,
like it was really like Brady, and then he's gone, and then Josh Allen, and
yeah.
so it would have been fun to see that a little more. But like, you know, what's funny is like maybe it's just because I'm so used to just beating them every single time and like never really being good.
Yeah, bro. That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
care
It's
about
weird.
division. I don't care about division teams. Well, I mean,
yeah.
I do obviously, but like I'm much more like entertained by like Patriots, Ravens, Patriots, Steelers, like.
Mm.
A couple years ago, last year, like the Chiefs, like that, like stuff like that. And then now it's fun with the Bills, but like Dolphins and Jets never get me going.
With those teams that you mentioned, it's like that era was so fire that like you gotta tip your I always tip my hat to those franchises because I just view them as like real franchises. Like I don't view our division as like real franchises because we grew up shitting on them all the time. Brady's record against the Bills is what, 33-3? Like that's just like insane. Something like that. So I don't know. I'm gonna say the Rams, but if that's the case, I like the Rams and I root for them. I have friends in LA that LA's almost like. I was rooting for the Dodgers in the World Series. Like I love LA. I love my people out there. So I grew to have like a second like appreciation for those teams. So I'm gonna say Rams beat the Bills in the Super Bowl. I feel like it'd be like, I feel like I could see like a 34-28 type game. Josh Allen gives his all. I think Josh Allen has a great game regardless. And if he doesn't get it done, that sucks. And I would feel for him, but I wouldn't be shocked, is what I'm saying. And that's it. That's how I feel.
All right. So at the end of the year, we have two NFC teams walking out as Super Bowl champions. In my world, the Seahawks are beating the Patriots 31-28. And then your world, Matt Stafford is getting his second ring with a 34-28 victory over Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. That was fun. I don't think I'm going to put this into a graphic because some of this could really bite us in the ass. But maybe I'll put it on the fridge. I'll send you your picture of yours so that you can have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Who knows, bro? It could be Caleb Williams holding the fucking Lombardi trophy at the end of the season with the way they fucking.
I know. I mean, it's like I said, man. Like any team, there's no team that I'm like, oh, I do not want to play them. Like, yeah, I don't want to play the Bills because of Josh Allen, but like really, like it just takes one good game. Like anyone can really do it. So
And Drake May hasn't had a
yeah,
bad game this entire fucking season, man.
no, nope. So why start now?
Why start now?
All that
man?
being
Show
said,
me. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. All that being said, I'm very excited to see what these playoffs look like. I was thinking we were just going to do week by week, do the one matchup prediction, but I kind of like that we just kind of laid it out on the ground, and we'll see how laughable or how psychic we are come February.
I know, bro. I've been doing this since a kid, bro. I love this shit. Like once you said let's do it, I was like, oh, bro, I will go all in the whole fucking podcast, like damn near.
No, I do too. Yeah, I remember. I know we already talked about it. I remember growing up and like writing on like notebook paper, like my own brackets and like writing like 1 verse 8, 2 verse 7, all that stuff. And yeah, damn. Well, we have been on for over 2 hours. If anyone's still listening, I appreciate it. This has been a hell of a ride. But honestly, like we're not rambling about bullshit. This is stuff like people want to hear. People want to hear predictions. Like everyone's trying to get some predictions right now. So, why not come here, listen to some predictions, put some money in the parlay, and go win some money.
Yes.
Not the Steelers.
Not the fucking Steelers. Before we end, I want to get to know you a little bit more, and we're gonna do learning more about my sister's boyfriend.
All right,
I got a random ass question. That's right there. Boom. I'm gonna ask you a random question. Well, ooh. Okay.
Maybe this one. I don't know if this fits the vibe, but we'll go for it.
I wonder. I don't know how deep you are into this franchise, but I was curious on what is your favorite Call of Duty of all time, and why?
All right. So, admittedly, I did not really play Call of Duty like that growing up. I played it. I got into it. So if you want to ask me about any other video game, I might give you a better answer. But I will say the first one that I went out and bought and actually played a lot. See, my thing, I played for the campaign. I never really got into online. So it's like, and I would play with my friends though, but we'd play together in person and play like the co-op missions and all that stuff.
Yeah.
My favorite that I owned was MW3, which I think is a solid one. Based on what I've seen on the internet and everything. I can't even remember what it was, but there was like co-op missions that you could do that was like almost like zombies, where like you had like bad guns to start off and like you're trapped in buildings and they were just coming at you and stuff like that. The campaign was great. But yeah, I didn't really play, at least online, Call of Duty growing up. But Modern Warfare, I remember we went out, it was Thanksgiving night. I was with my uncle, and we went to Walmart at like midnight, so technically Black Friday, and we bought it. And the lady questioned me because I was like 11 or 12, and it's rated M, so I had to get the pass from my uncle to get it.
So because you're a year younger than me, right? You're 25, right?
Yeah.
Because that MW3 I think came out in 2011. So yeah, I was only 12. So yeah, we were young when that came out.
Yeah.
I like that you picked MW3 though, because like, and I know exactly what you're talking about. The co-op on that game was fire. You could like
I wish I could remember exactly what happened.
You could go buy like your like kill streaks and then like sentry guns, and like it was just waves of like people trying to, and then they'd get like stronger and like more armor and shit. Like That was fire,
Yeah.
and that's a slept on little. I like that you like that because I played that hella. I
I just
love
rem-
that shit.
I just remember like being like in some kind of like building and seeing like people would fly in on like helicopters and start dropping down, and then they'd be in the
Yeah,
buildings across from you, and you had to go like take them out.
yeah,
So like I guess kind of like zombies, but it was just like regular. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good question though. I wish I played like zombies and like Call of Duty like with friends every once in a while, but like yeah, that's not growing up. Sport or video games was mostly just like 2K, Madden. I played MLB, but they didn't really make good ones. But it was mostly just
Mhm.
like those two games. A little
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed here and there.
I didn't really have my own like sports games. Like I was such a Call of Duty kid because my friend Jeremiah made me get the 360, the Xbox 360. And
Hmm.
I remember, well, I got my first Call of Duty through my cousin Joey. We went to Blockbuster. That's how old this shit is, bro. And my cousin was like, told my mom it was totally cool for me to buy World at War. I remember playing that shit in the living room, like TV, and it's like the
Yeah,
first scene is like I'm a huge campaigner. I always played the campaign first, and all those old COD campaigns are just like peak. And like the first scene
yeah.
is like this dude getting his freaking like throat sliced, and my mom was like, "What the fuck?" Like, and he's like, "Oh, it's fine, it's cool, it's cool." I was like standing there, dude. I had my Wii, so I was like, I played this shit on the Wii, bro. I was literally like holding it like this, like, and it like changed my life. And so yeah, I'm a like huge Call of Duty. Like you can ask Mary, she would play with me like pretty often because she
I
liked
know.
just
I
putting
keep.
on the freaking mic and just like talking shit and like just like like it'd
Yeah,
be funny because like they think a girl was playing, but like I was playing and she was just out there just like chatting and shit. It was lit.
I know. We keep saying we're gonna buy one and like play with you or just play online, but I don't know why we haven't. I have the PS5, and then obviously she has a Switch that she could play whatever. But
I know. I miss playing on a console. I think that was my issue. Is like once I switched to PC, like I still play, but it's just like a different feeling than just being on the couch and playing Call of Duty, or just like playing games in general. Like I feel like such a nerd on a
yeah,
computer, like playing Call of Duty with a freaking keyboard and mouse. Like I don't know, it's just not like how I grew up. So
yeah.
it's kind of I might just have to get an Xbox and like go back to my roots with that shit, and we could play. Like I don't know, 'cause that'd be so much fun, bro. That's always gonna be in me. Is Call of Duty. Like
Yeah.
that shit's always gonna
I
be
know.
with
Like I
me.
enjoy the game. I just didn't grow up playing it. Not that I couldn't, but like I just didn't grow up playing it, and yeah,
Well, I feel like you were
I
either like
like
a
it.
huge sports video game kid. Like I knew so many sports video game kids, and like when I would go over their house, like I would play Chell or friggin' Madden, like or 2K.
Yeah,
I just never had it myself because like I was obviously like Mario and Call of Duty like took my like that's all I wanted to play was Call of Duty, bro. Like I was obsessed with like online lobbies and Xbox parties and like everyone had Xbox and it was just like I that shit was oh my god, that was just peak gaming, bro. I loved it so much. I
yeah.
was addicted to it. So yeah, I just wanted to ask like how you were because I knew we played like Call of Duty 2019 and shit together, but like I didn't know like how deep it went, like Call of Duty went for you because I always love Call of Duty. So I asked that real
Nah.
quick.
You know what's funny is yesterday after the Patriots game, I hopped on Fortnite here and I got all the wins.
Yeah, I witnessed with my own
That
eyes,
shit's
Matt.
fire.
Hey, we can both say we won Fortnite fucking
We
on
did
Christmas,
back-to-back games.
even though I
Yeah.
I didn't really deserve my win.
Well,
You definitely earned yours,
it's
but
just so it's just so funny though to like you can feel like a god in that because like obviously neither of us had turned on Fortnite forever. So when
yeah.
I got back here home year two, I was on level one, just like your account. It's like it's just like a bunch of like bots in there, but like you can still have nice kills and nice moves. But it's like that one guy was like jumping up, shooting me, he just wasn't even aiming at me.
I know, man.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, shut up, Fortnite. Yeah, man. And we didn't even touch on
Uh,
the Stranger Things, but we don't have to. We don't have to talk about.
I
I know
know.
we're at 2 hours and 20 minutes already. We don't have to. We don't have to bring that. We can wrap it up. Honestly.
I say we'll do it next week.
Yeah.
I also had some Celtics notes I wanted to touch on, but I'm not. I feel like this is a good mini pod for this is. It's NFL playoffs are starting, so that's what needed to be hit on. We gave
Yeah.
you guys a meaty pod on all our predictions throughout the entire playoffs. Once again, that's John taking the Rams, and I have the Seahawks. So, as Super Bowl champions. So, you have any final thoughts wrapping up here?
I mean, I know we're gonna be texting about this like all week, and obviously day of. I'm so excited. Like, this is really the sport that I will watch every single game and be so invested in every game because it's just that, you know, whoever wins wins, whoever loses loses. I just love like the no series sport. Like, love a series, love a good series. Obviously, game sevens and all that is so fire, but like that like one and done is like, or I love it. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have our predictions and see how it unfolds. And I'm excited to see Drake May's first playoff game, man. Like, and I've been wondering how he's gonna be. And throughout the season, it's been more and more confident that he's gonna be the as consistent as he's been all season in the playoffs. And I don't see him folding. That would be the biggest disappointment, is seeing Drake May like play really bad. I just don't see it happening. But obviously playoffs are different than the regular season, always has been. That's what separates every quarterback in history. So, right now we can say we've never seen Drake May play in the playoff game, and we're going to see his first one this weekend. So I'm very excited about that.
Likewise. Yeah. That I'm not gonna copy what you just said, but yeah, definitely the NFL one game winner go home definitely adds a little more excitement because I love watching NBA and obviously MLB too, but like it's like those game ones and twos, you're like, all right, and then you got like one series go into like game 7, and the other one's over in 4 or 5, and you're waiting all this time. So I like that it's gonna be every Sunday from 1 to 4, whatever. Yeah, looking forward to playoffs. Looking forward to Drake May. Prime time, Sunday Night Football. Put your parlay money on Stephon Diggs going over 100 yards. I'm calling it right now. My other final thought, me and Mary are doing dry January. We're going to try it out. We tried it a couple years ago, and we got to like halfway through. So I'm putting this out here. If anyone's on the pod, go on I mean, like me and Mary are in agreement of ourselves, but going on record for everyone else here, I'm going to hold myself accountable. Try not to give in. It might be hard because I low key might go to the Panthers game for the heck of it.
Yeah.
And going to that would be very hard. And then also next week, we're going to see Chris D'Elia. So
yeah, it's
having a couple drinks for him would be a little hard. But also, he's so funny. Like I don't. That just sounds bad. Like you know how it is going out and about.
no, it's just I'm a big like social drinker. I'm a big like event, fun out, like when I went to that Celtics game, like I'm for sure having a drink there. Like it's just
yeah.
It's just what it is. Like dry January is tough though.
Yeah. I went to the Duke's Mayo Bowl. My brother's a big Wake Forest fan. I'm not even that big of a college football fan, so it was Wake Forest or Mississippi State, two teams I just don't really care about college football wise. And yeah, just sitting there on a Friday night, and like my brother had a drink, and I didn't have one. I held myself to it, but just being at like a sporting event, I was like, damn, I could go for a tall boy. But at the same time, like those cost like $15. Like I'm good.
I know, bro. I know. You save money doing what you're doing.
Like I was in I know that's really why we're trying to do it. And like I was in the bathroom, and I was in the bathroom going pee, and just looked like two frat dudes that traveled up from Mississippi are like, dude, we gotta buy the next round. I already spent $75 here. He's like, I've already spent
Yeah,
60, man. Like, I'm like, see, and I'm like, with my back to them, I'm like, I'm glad I don't have to have anxiety about all that money tonight. So, anyway, yeah. Putting
Speaking
that
of
out
college
there to
football,
myself on one pod.
Speaking of college football, we got a couple big games later this week, Thursday and Friday. I'm not a big college football fan, but I will be rooting for the Ducks to win against Indiana on Friday. I'm like, my cousins went to Oregon. They've always put that in my head to be a Ducks fan. So, you know, it's also cool that's happening. If you're not going to do anything Thursday night, Friday night, there's a couple good games. Go Ducks. I forgot about that, but that is happening this week too.
That's funny because my grandparents went to Indiana. I honestly didn't even know that that game was going on, but I know Indiana's pretty good. So I guess I'll take opposite of you, and I'll take Indiana for the heck of it.
Hell yeah!
All right. Well, this has been another episode of Mainly Sports. Appreciate everyone sticking around to this point. If you're still here, big juicy pod. You guys will listen to this on Tuesday. Today is Monday, so hope you guys have a good week. We'll be back next week.
Play the
Peace out. Oh,
play the
yeah,
play the
yeah,
beat.
yeah.
Play the beat. Gotta play that beat.
Yeah.
I missed that beat.
Let me turn it up a little bit.
Yeah. Dude, can't forget this shit. This shit is fire.
No.
It always ends on a good feel when I hear this. Like,
I know.
man, we could have talked about so much other shit. This is why we got to do it weekly, man, because there's just too much to talk about, bro. I could go for another
I know.
2 hours on this shit.
I know. This might as well be like a talk show now at this point. I don't know. Maybe we get silly and we record twice a week. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Hell yeah. My mom just cooked dinner. I'm gonna go eat some chicken.
In that kitchen. All right, from the Mainly Sports Boys. Hope you guys have a good week. Take care. We'll see you on the next pod.
Thank you, everybody.